Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chris Lindsay, aka the Fairy Fro Mother. Today, I'll be dissecting the subject porosity and how I changed or shifted my hair porosity from low porosity to high and then medium porosity. This subject confuses a lot of naturals, and guess what? I refused to be confused about this. So when I started, I just paid no attention to hair porosity. Or rather, I discovered early enough that hair porosity could be shifted. And so I thought if it actually can be changed or shifted, then why pay so much attention to it? Why not just concentrate on what will help me, shift my hair porosity? Because if my hair can be in a good condition. If I can improve the condition of my hair, then I can change the porosity of my hair. I already knew that porosity is not the reason most women aren't able to grow out their hairs. Why? Because porosity, like I earlier mentioned, is not permanent, except for those who naturally are medium porosity. Their case is different, right? It can be altered. So I faced my front, I just faced my goal. Now, first of all, I'll start with why it's difficult for oils to travel down the hair shaft for curly or coily textured hair, right? For textured women like us, and this is primarily because our hair is the way it is. Our hair is dry, our hair is prone to breakage, and we need to first understand why. And it is due to our hair's structure and shape, the curvature of our hair shaft. Curly and curly hair textures have more pronounced curvature compared to straight hair. Now, this natural pattern creates twists and turns along the hair shaft, making it harder for the scalp's oils, sebum, to travel down the scalp, right? To travel from the scalp to the ends of the hair. Now, as a result, the hair closer to the scalp tends to be well lubricated with sebum, while the ends of the hair may receive less oil, leading to dryness. The outermost layer of the hair shaft, called the cuticle, consists of overlapping scales that protect the inner layers of the hair. Now, in coily or curly hair, the cuticle layers are more raised and irregular in shape compared to straight hair. Now, this irregular surface makes it more challenging for oils to distribute evenly along the hair shaft, resulting in areas of the hair that are more prone to dryness. Now, do you know that even when it comes to porosity, some people have more than one porosity? Personally, I had low porosity and high porosity on one head. Let's go ahead. Now, density also affects how oil travels from the scalp down to the ends of the hair. So, for textured women like us, our hairs tend to be denser, right? With more hair strands per square inch compared to straight hair. So now the density of the coily and curly hair can create barriers that prevent the even distribution of oils along the hair shaft, leading to dryness and potential breakage, especially in areas where the hair is tightly curled or packed together. Now, coming back to porosity. And this is where I want to throw more light on. Curly and coily hair textures often have higher porosity, meaning that the hair strands have more opening or gaps in the cuticle layer. High porosity hair can absorb moisture quickly, but may also lose moisture just as rapidly. And this can contribute to dryness as the hair may struggle to retain the natural oils produced by the scalp. The truth is, most textured haired women have high porosity, even without knowing it. So, some people who think they have low porosity hair actually have high porosity. They just don't know it, right? Now, I had low porosity hair on the two sides of my head and then in the middle, from the front to the back in the middle. This way, I had high porosity hair. So you see, you cannot actually treat your hair based on one porosity if actually you have two types of porosity. That is why I didn't even pay attention to porosity. So I see people who just started their natural hair journeys and they are all confused in the beginning about this whole porosity thing. And I'm like, relax, relax. Just learn the healthy hair habits, learn the healthy hair routines, learn how to maintain your hair and how to put your hair in a better condition. That way, you can alter your hair porosity. Low porosity hair refers to hair that has a tightly bound cuticle layer, which makes it difficult for moisture to penetrate the hair shaft. So, for low porosity, moisture finds it difficult to penetrate, right? High porosity, it penetrates easily but cannot retain it, so it dries very fast. So products may just sit on the hair instead of being absorbed, leading to dryness and product buildup. Now, for a few people in the beginning, it's like this. You find that products don't penetrate, and leaves your hair dry. But trust me, if you start to moisture train your hair, that is where I'm going with this video. If you start to moisture train your hair using the right techniques, you'll transform your hair with time. Now there's medium porosity, which is the safe zone. Now this refers to hair that has somewhat porous cuticle layer, allowing it to retain moisture fairly well while also absorbing products effectively. So it can retain moisture fairly and then products are absorbed effectively. So that way the hair is able to retain moisture for much longer. All right. So this type of hair has balanced moisture level and then tends to be more manageable compared to low and high porosity hair. Like I stated, this is the safe zone. This is where textured haired women want to be. If you're naturally here already, if you're naturally in the safe zone already, congratulations. You didn't have to do a lot of work. Unlike people like me who had to work my way through getting to this zone. All right, so for you, all you have to do is maintain your routine already. Your hair is already medium porosity, good for you. All right, so maintain your routine and your hair, you'll be able to maintain your hair's condition. All right, your cuticle structure, you'll be able to maintain it. Just be consistent with your routine. You don't have too much work to do. Now, training dry hair to retain moisture involves some steps. This is where moisture training your hair comes in. I've heard people say, my hair is so dry. I keep moisturizing every day and it keeps it keeps getting dry and dry. Every day I moisturize. My hair is too dry. My hair breaks off. You have to moisture train your hair. Your hair has to learn to retain moisture. You have to train your hair to retain the moisture so that it stops being dry all the time. Okay, so here are some steps that you can follow. Learn to hydrate your hair before you start applying products. That's my number one rule, and that is one of the things that helped me to transform my hair. Hydrate your hair because you are preparing your hair. You are preparing the cuticle. You are preparing the strands to accept whatever it is you want to apply. Secondly, learn to massage in products gently. That way, the products will penetrate better. You don't just apply products and off you go. No, massage in your products gently. It is very important, especially for people like us who had to work their way through shifting their hair porosity. You may still be there right now, trying all you can to train your hair to retain moisture. Massage in products. Deep conditioning. Use deep conditioning treatments regularly to hydrate and nourish your hair. My hair will not survive without deep conditioning. One of the most important routines when it comes to taking care of our textured hair is deep conditioning. It is so important. You need to use moisturizing deep conditioners that will help to feed your hair with the nutrients that it needs, that will help to hydrate your hair, that will soften your hair. Then leave-in conditioner. Apply leave-in conditioner after washing your hair to provide an extra layer of moisture and protection. That's the essence of using a leave-in conditioner. It prepares your hair for what is coming. Then it provides an extra layer of moisture and protection. All right, if you're using a lightweight formula of leave-in conditioner, it will not weigh your hair down, which is great, which will be great for your hair. Then you have to seal in the moisture. You've used the leave-in conditioner to prep the hair in order to accept what is coming. Okay, so you seal in the moisture. You use oil or you use cream to seal in that moisture. That is going to help to lock that moisture in for much longer. If you don't have herbal oils that you're using, use oils like jojoba oil or argan oil. That will help to lock in moisture. All right, then once you have started doing this, you now need a plan to remoisturize the hair. You need a remoisturizing routine. Once you now have that remoisturizing routine, you have remoisturized your hair, then you keep repeating this routine. This was how I transformed my hair. When I first started this journey, my hair was like iron sponge. My hair was, if you touch it, it's like sponge. And I was like, how am I going to? But you see, along the line, I noticed my hair texture was changing. My hair texture began to change. Like I stated earlier, I had two types of porosity on my head. The two sides were low porosity, then the middle, from the front to the back, was high porosity. So I had to manage these two porosities while I was working towards my goal. I knew that I had to train my hair to start retaining moisture. So when I learned these techniques that I just shared with you, I just became consistent. I made sure that I remained consistent with the routine. And that was how I was able to shift my porosity from low, high porosity to medium porosity. And for those of us who had to work our ways through this process, we have to retain it. We want it to be that way for a long time, right? You don't want to go back to a situation where the structure of your cuticles are not, are not favorable anymore, and the condition of your hair is not favorable. No, you want to maintain this. Keep doing the work to stay there. Unlike those who are naturally on medium porosity, they are naturally there. So they just need to, keep taking care of their hair and all of that. But for us, we are naturally low. Like I personally am naturally low porosity, high porosity, predominantly low porosity. So if I don't look after my hair, I might revert. The hair might revert. Okay, so I want to maintain the condition of my hair, and that is why I have to stay consistent, because I want to keep seeing growth, because I want to see the hair continue to thrive, right? So I have to keep doing what I'm doing. And so when some people say it's genetics that is because of genetics that your hair is like this, I laugh really hard because they have no idea. They have absolutely no idea how I got here. So I hope this enlightens people, and I hope that people, don't just give up on your hair because you feel, oh, my hair is always dry, my hair is always breaking. There's something you can do. There is something you can do. I hope you have a pen and a paper that you're using to write these things down, because trust me, this is coming from somebody who has experienced it firsthand. Another thing that can help your hair is to avoid heat styling. You must have heard me say this so many times. Flat irons, curly irons, they can strip your hair of its moisture. So if you must use heat, always use a heat protectant beforehand. All right. Then protective styling. You need to consider wearing protective styles like, twists, plaits, buns, styles that will help you keep your ends tucked away in order to minimize environmental factors that can dry out your hair, such as wind and sun. Implementing all of this will really help to protect your hair from environmental damage, as well as help to preserve your hair's moisture. Then we'll talk about hydration. Hydrate from within. I'm not talking about hydration from outside now. I'm talking about hydrating yourself from within, drinking plenty of water, right? And eating a balanced diet rich in vitamins, minerals to promote hair growth from the inside out. The inside out tactics, again, is the best way to grow out healthy, natural hair. Now, if you follow all of this, watch yourself shift your hair to the safe zone of medium porosity. Trust me, you can never achieve this without consistency. It is key when it comes to moisture training your hair. You want to train your hair to retain moisture, you must be consistent, or else you will not succeed at this. Stick to a regular routine and be patient, as it may take some time to see noticeable improvements. Inconsistency is the reason most women remain in the low porosity or high porosity zone for longer than necessary. But hear me, I leave you with this today. You can do whatever you believe that you can do. Whatever it is you believe you can do, that you can do. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family so that they too can learn how to nurture and grow out their natural hair. I'll surely see you on my next one. Bye-bye.